See, what is continuous integration? It's a process of automating the build and test process each time a commit is done to the version control system. Right? Every time a commit is done, automatically it will identify. How will Jenkins identify? You will create a job in such a way that it will identify those changes. Right? And also, let me tell you, see, before we go further, you should also understand what is it before Jenkins. Like, let's say I don't use Jenkins, I don't want to use Jenkins. How is the process? See, if you can recollect, or if you are there in the old approach of integration, you would know, you would understand this very well. See, earlier, like long back with the waterfall methodology and all, there used to be separate integration team. Also, integration used to happen once in a while, like once in a 6 months and so on. Means, let's say there's a team of people working. Okay, there's a team of people working. This team, like there's a developer team, right? And there'll be a separate integration team. Let's say once in 3 months, whatever code developers made, that should be merged to the system only after 3 months. During these 3 months, they have made so many changes. Only they'll have some integration integration process they'll conduct. Then they will put the code. Then they will merge this code to the system. A separate integration team used to do it manually. Lot of manual work, right? Lot of effort they have to put, time taking, also error prone because they were doing manually. Right? They used to merge the code, all these 3 months code into the system. During this process, like it takes so much time, many people will be working. Also, developer lead would be spending time with them. There might be sleepless nights during this process. Also, the code might be working on integration servers, but it might not be working on other servers. Lot of challenges they used to face because 3 months code means it's huge. So many issues might be coming up. It will take a lot of time to fix all of them at once. They'll have a one maintenance window where they'll do this. So which will be taking a lot of time. Sometimes they might be exceeding this timeline. A lot of issues. Have you ever worked in this process of integration? Okay, this is the manual integration process. Now at Jenkins, what is doing, it's a continuous integration. Means it's not that after 3 months they were merging the code. Today, now a small change is done. Of course, some valid changes will be there. Okay, they'll tag it like this changes for the particular requirement. Those changes will be pushed, right? This particular commit is merged today into the system. Only this change. So if something goes wrong, they can fix it very quickly, very faster. Also, every day, like every change is being merged into the system and it's being tested continuously. Means quality, isn't it? Every change is being tested thoroughly. So quality is improved. Also, if something is broken, immediately they can fix it because it's all about only one particular change, right? It's not that a huge amount of code, 3 months code you're merging today. It's just a bits of code. So it will be faster, quality is improved. Also, complete automation. There need not be a separate integration team to do this. Just developers can do this integration, which makes the process very smooth, very easy. Quality is improved above all, right? Manual effort is reduced. So this is what is continuous integration. So Jenkins help you achieve this or implement this. Clear with the differences between manual integration, continuous integration?
Yes, Preeti.
So yeah, it's about automating the build test process each time a commit is done. See here, the traditional integration versus continuous integration. Here in the traditional integration, see integration events were very less. Once in a while, time gap between the events, if you see, is very huge. Whereas here, time gap between the integrations events are very less. Integration is happening very frequently. Right. So that, yeah, these are all the advantages I have just discussed. Time gap is very less, like maybe every week or else every 2 days once you might be having an integration and all. Yeah. Also, what is the advantage? Integration events are less. Time gap between them is large.
Preeti, I have one question.
Yes.
Yeah. So this integration, what happens through Jenkins? Okay, is it like means any kind of frequency is being set? Is it time driven or event driven? What exactly?
It all depends on the project. It varies from project to project. Sometimes they may be asking whenever there's a commit, they want to do this integration. Also, their commits may be happening once in a while, like 2 days once they may push changes to a particular branch. That branch is where they'll do the continuous integration. So it
But is it
depends.
triggered manually or like whenever there is a commit,
Even that
immediately
also
the
can
next
be
process get
automated.
triggered?
That
Okay,
also depends. You can configure in such a way that whenever there is a commit, it will trigger. Otherwise, you can
okay,
also choose manual.
okay,
You will start the integration manually.
okay.
Okay, so integration happens manually once in a while. This is about traditional one. Errors due to manual integration, time and effort consuming process. Whereas benefits of continuous integration, quality, productivity, because they can focus on the other actual functional requirements rather than working on this process of integration, reduces risk which may happen due to human. So all of that are overcome. Other integration tools. So many integration tools are there. Codeship, Bamboo, Travis CI, Team City, Circle CI. So many are there. Out of which Jenkins is the more famous and widely used. You can see the blue graph. Others will see others. You don't have a better comparison. This is, I think,
Mm. Okay, so Preeti, I have one question.
graph from 2020. I think 2020. You can get the latest trends graph. Tell me.
Uh, so consider a scenario where there are two or three developers working on a feature, and I commit my changes, and due to this process, the build is automatically triggered. But it fails.
Mm,
I know the reasons behind it, but how
mm.
can we control this? That the code is only partially pushed to the repo.
See, they will, whenever you create a pipeline, you will choose on which branch you have to trigger the pipeline. Okay. So on that particular branch, not that everyone will push, like there will be a PR, right? Only
Mm-hmm.
once all the changes are done, that PR will be merged. That's the one where it should trigger. So it's not that on every branch, whenever developer push, integration happens. In the pipeline, we'll choose on which branch it should go for a, I mean, it should go to build and all.
Build. Okay, yeah.
So developer cannot push into the branch right away. Okay, they'll raise a PR. Only these PRs will be approved by managers. Then only build will happen to the actual branch. Got it? Hope that
Yeah,
answers
yeah.
your question.
Yes.
Right. So okay, fine. Jenkins is very widely used, but why Jenkins is very widely used? See, because like I told you, the ease with which you can use Jenkins, with which you can set up Jenkins, right? The advantages, like it has got lot many advantages. Let's go through one by one. It's an open source, first of all, right? There's such a huge project is available open source. Also, Jenkins is basically a Java-based application, right? What is meant by Java based application? See, it means it's just another app, another Java. It's developed in Java. It doesn't mean that it's used only to build Java application. No, you can use pipelines for PHP, Python, anything, whatnot. You can create pipelines for anything. Basically, it's an application which is developed in Java. Okay. And also, what is the advantage of this Java application? See, Java means it works on multiple operating systems. Java will be working, you can use Java on Windows, Linux, Mac, and obviously so Jenkins is. And also another advantage, Java is very, like you will get lot of support for Java, right? Java community is so huge, social communities for Java when you are stuck up somewhere and all. Same is the case with Jenkins. Lot of support you'll get. Oh, it's an open source, good community support, works on multiple operating systems, and good plugin support. What is this plugin? See, plugins are very important to Jenkins. If you have used Jenkins, definitely you might have used the plugins. Plugins are like extensions or add-ons. On your mobile, you'll have some add-ons or apps kind of, right? Some kind of that kind of add-ons for Jenkins. Means if you want to extend the functionality of Jenkins, or else let's say I want to enhance the functionality of Jenkins, meaning okay, I want to use Jenkins to integrate with Kubernetes. I have a plugin. Or else I want to integrate it with some Ansible. Yes, I have a plugin for it. You have a plugin for everything, right? Almost there were thousands of plugins available. You don't need to again learn or memorize them. You can search the plugin, read the description. There will be documentation for the plugin and use it. Right? Though these plugins are again developed by Jenkins developers. There's a separate team. I told you Jenkins is a Java application. Obviously, there's a team of developers who works for Jenkins. They develop these add-ons. They are nothing but programs which will be available on Jenkins page, which you can install if you want. Okay, Jenkins will not come by default with all the plugins. Okay, you have to choose which one you need as per your requirement. So all of them will be developed by a separate team of Jenkins developers. So that's one thing. And yeah, also like there might be some requirement where you may not have a plugin. You can develop your own plugins, but that's very rarely we do because we have plugins for everything. But to write your own plugins, you should have some good programming language. Some language is used to write these plugins. I don't remember it, but yeah. So you can also develop your own plugins. We never do that. I have never done that till now. It's very rare. So this is one thing. So good community support. It works with multiple operating systems. Easy to set up. It's very easy to set up, and upgrades are also very easy. Distributed team management. This is another important feature. Like in a team, if you are a DevOps team of 5 people, okay, you have different jobs in your pipeline. Let's say you have you have a test job, you have a build job, you have a deploy job. You want to allocate each job to each person, and you want other person not to make any changes on the other jobs. You can restrict their permissions and access. Even that is possible through this distributed team management, like through the plugins or through the features available. Right? We will be going through each one of them one after the other. So those are some of the features. Any questions here? So let's talk about, yeah, then we can get started with the hands-on. That's enough of theory for Jenkins. We have Jenkins architecture, particularly when we run the jobs. We'll discuss that at that point. We have user management, plugin management, notifications, pipelines, a lot many things, master slave concepts in Jenkins. Okay, we can get started with the hands-on now.